Hey there, again. This is my third video now. I just got done talking about some of the defensive stuff. I was kind of flying through it, but you can basically set your max base value, percentage value. So with the percentages, I was kind of thinking maybe taking it like by if some kind of like a damage, which would be physical damage, hits you, and you have 85% armor rating, like an 85%. This is basically like it absorbs 85% of that damage. That's kind of what I was going for with the percentages, and this is your maximum that you can have. And the max raw is kind of like, say you had 200 out of 1,000. I don't know, like 20%. So that would mitigate like 20% of the damage. So that's all kind of these things right here mean. I think I have explanations though. Yeah, so I have explanations in there as well. I'm going to move on to item data types, or item types now. And this one is pretty cool. It's kind of to do with equipping as well, or instead of actually like data necessarily. So if you had a two-hand weapon, you don't want that weapon to only take up the one slot. You want it to take up both slots. So this basically handles all that stuff for you. So you can make up any combination of slots that you want certain items types to require. So a two-hand is going to require the main hand and offhand. And you can add any slot you'd like. So you can say, I want it to require the hands as well. It doesn't matter. Anything you like, you can add a ton of these. You can add every single one of them. And then you can assign a default texture. These do not have to be assigned at all, because you can actually change them in the item editor itself as well to be specific to that item. Again, this is just like this is my full body armor that I made. I might want to name these better, because I think it's going to be shown in the tooltip, because it's like full body armor. Mine is currently released. I might change that, but this one requires the head, chest, hands, and feet. So in game, when I display this in a few minutes, you'll actually see that actually happening. A new one that I made, a new section that I made, is this item requirements. So it's these gender, class, and deities. You can add whatever you like. It really doesn't matter. The names have no meaning at all. Add whatever you like. As long as they match, the item can be added basically into your equipables. Otherwise, it'll just handle it and say you can't equip it. It hasn't actually been added yet, but I will do that eventually. So, just an examples, I did gender, classes, and then deities. So you can add whatever you like. I just threw some random ones in here. Bard, cleric, necromancer, warrior, whatever, etc. You can add as many as you like. It really doesn't matter. I just added a new one there. See. And the last tab that I have here is just the currency options. I actually changed this a little bit. So basically you just go to your lowest currency, and you just select the next highest, and it's already set to silver and such. And silver is the next highest. The next highest for silver is gold. The next highest for gold is platinum, etc. It doesn't matter. But all you have to do is basically just set this currency the lowest currency, and platinum, this currency is the highest currency. Set the conversion rates for each. Like on the lowest, it doesn't matter. I might even just take it out so it doesn't confuse people, because it doesn't even need a conversion rate. Other than that, you can basically add whatever you like. So maybe it takes 1,000 gold to get to. That's the wrong one. 1,000 gold to make a platinum. 1 platinum. So it takes 1,000 gold to make a platinum. It's all a bit. That's all I have for the actual player data itself for now. Probably think of stuff. Go to the item editor now, and this is what it kind of looks like right now. I do have a tooltip that works. I'm modifying it kind of. Right now it's auto expanding to whatever size it needs. I might change it to something else. I'm going to have to rearrange the little windows here. Hold on a second. Okay. So my gloves take up the whole thing because I basically took my gloves and added every possible thing to them. So it's ginormous, as you can see. I added this recently. Just add or you can use the icon or not use the icon. So just basically throw the icon up or not. You can choose your equip slots. So whatever you like. If you want this to be a dual weapon, be a dual weapon, offhand, non-equipable, it's a back chest. It doesn't matter. I think I just had it for hands. This is the sign slot for it. And then I'm actually going to go ahead and put that as a dual. Actually, I'll do it main hand. It's set to two-hand weapon right now. Oh, I guess I'll go through. This is the assign requirement type. I haven't actually added in yet. It does do this on the item, and it does store it on the item, but it is not working in the game yet, so you can actually add. Maybe you can't. Huh. I think it was working earlier. I'll have to go back and check that. Yeah. So you can require level, change the icon where you like, or not require the level. As you can see, the required level is right down here, and I'll just take it out if you don't want to require the level. But 20, there you go. Require level 20. Change the name. Currently have some consumables working. Not all of them are working yet, but some of them are. So you can do a few things here. You can add it to be consumable. Give it a stack counter. You can assign it to be a duration user, like it's going to be something like a regeneration over time. And then you can assign the duration. So if you want it to be like 60 seconds long, it's a minute. You can use a tick timer. So if you're going to use something like a healing potion that heals for 60 seconds, it's going to have some kind of tick timer, like when to heal. So maybe you want to heal every 5 seconds for those 60 seconds. And then there's another option here. It's basically like, I don't know, I kind of got the idea from World of Warcraft when I used to play a long time ago. To basically heal some kind of vitality, or a vital, whenever it's done. So you can actually be like, oh, I want to heal 4,000 hit points after you're finished with your run, basically. But you don't actually have to have that. You can just remove them. Just an option. Another thing is you can actually have a permanent item. So if you want this item to permanently increase your statistics in some way, you can actually assign any statistic you like, skills, stats, whatever. This will permanently increase it, and it just basically just increments your skills and such. Skills, stats, vitals, whatever. So just say has permanent effects, and then it will add permanently whatever you assign down here. The currency it doesn't add. That's just how much the item is worth. So you can actually add whatever you like in here as well, and it'll display down here. I'm not going to do that though. It's not equipable or not a consumable. And again, here's the special equipping needs. It requires the main hand and offhand to equip, and then you can assign currency, offense, defense, stats, skills, vitals. I'll probably go through and modify the way this thing looks. I want these to be indented more, because it looks a little too on the edge. I don't really like it that much. Maybe square these up a bit as well. Like I said, you can do the physical damage. You can do like 5% of the maximum physical damage can be added. Whatever, poison, cold, same thing. Same thing for defensive stuff. You can be like, I want to mitigate 55% of the damage just for this one item. It'd be a pretty crazy item to have. Yeah, that's basically all you can do though. Like, you just assign everything in there. Actually, here, this is working fine. That's odd. This one's working with the assign requirements, so you can actually select the class type and add it. This one actually has a lot of them. I let it so you can actually equip. You can select all of them, and not just one. So you can have warrior, wizard, witch, paladin, druid, whatever, and you can remove as you like as well. Gender. I don't actually have any. Oh, there it is. Female, unisex, male. Maybe you don't want unisexes to do that. Whatever they are. And you have to be a deity Bob. Sure. You can actually see the tooltip of this one as well. It's right there. I'm going to go ahead and run the actual game, and you can see the inventory and such working, because I only have a few minutes here. Hopefully this will be my last video. So I think I have it currently set to equip whatever it can equip. So yeah, it's already equipping. That's the ring. I don't know if that's right though. Yep, that's fine. Alright. So I'm just gonna steal everything real quick here. So my mouse is really slow with me. Just okay. So I have all these items. These will swap. See, it's swapping the top ring slot because it's the primary. You can drag and drop. Oops, I want to drop you. You can drag and drop it into the slot, and it'll just swap the slots. Yeah, that'll swap. That's a back chest is why it's swapping. It's a back and chest item, so it's swapping with the chest. Right-clicking with this is not very fun. Alright, so there's the required slot, like the Gloves of Fury. The tooltips don't look the same. I haven't really modified them at all, but there's the tooltip in-game. It does kind of work, but not necessarily, because they're not auto-expanding and such, but just a quick thing to get it working. If you de-equip it, it obviously takes out both required slots, and if I equip that one, it's going to require the head, the hands, the feet, and the chest. So if I unequip it, now those are all empty. I want to show you guys real quick before I run out of time that items actually do, if I can get in there, it takes a second sometimes, items actually do add stats and stuff. Alright, well, I'll do another demo here in a second because this is taking far too long. I'll do a demo of the actual inventory running and such, so yeah.